The annual membership meeting of the Hilo Downtown Improvement Association was held at the East Hawaii Cultural Center Wednesday night. It was a chance for all local business owners to get together and mix with the public in a show of support and to share some news. For example, a new marketing philosophy was revealed, Experience Aloha, as explained by Bruce Omori of Extreme Exposure Fine Art Gallery.
This is the Hawaii they imagined.
Also, everyone was invited to the new Moku Papa Discovery Center when it opens at its new location downtown.
So on March 15th, next month, we'll be having our grand opening.
Council member Jay Yoshimoto spoke and musician Ben Kaili played some slack key. But the night's big speaker was Mayor Billy Kenoi.
How do we work with downtown Hilo? Well, our job is to make sure our departments are doing the best that we can and that we invest in downtown Hilo.
Who spoke about some of the positive changes in store for downtown Hilo.
Currently Kamehameha Highway from Pono, Hawaii down to Wailoa Bridge will be a $13.1 million project that we're currently undertaking. And that's not just the repaving of the roads, but new sidewalks, bike paths, ADA, curb cuts, left turn lanes, 2 left turn pocket lanes, sensors on the traffic lights so that traffic patterns flow better. We recognize that the businesses will be impacted, so careful planning went into the construction, so 2-way traffic, 2 lanes, 1 lane each side at all times. Pono, Hawaii will be out to bid next month, another $1.1 million project to improve the roadways downtown. $40,000 just went into Kaipalawa Landing. I know Stan and SIG and community volunteers have been working really hard on that. I surf with them every morning along with over there. So, they always are. I see Stan paddling to me. I'm like, Stan, stay away, bro. Kaipalawa Landing, we got that covered.
The mayor also spoke about the challenge of dealing with the homeless in town.
Of course, our homeless, the most vulnerable in our community. Yes, we have to be sure we treat everyone with respect, fairness, and dignity. It's the type of community we have. At the same time, our public spaces are to be and should be utilized by everyone in the community, and people should be comfortable doing that. Our office has created 2 interagency work groups, both in Kailua, working with the Kailua Village Improvement Business District, and here in downtown Hilo. And, it's not an easy issue to wrestle with and address, but we have to commit all of our resources today because it's not going to get easier being ignored. And I think we see, we have to, and sometimes everybody, hey, why don't you just do this? You know what I mean? I wish I could just do that. And it's funny because in my previous life, I was a deputy public defender and on Oahu, and my clients would be charged with illegal camping. And I'd be outraged, and you'd see the judges. I said, how dare you, arrest my client for illegal camping? Where was his tent? Where was his barbecue? You know what I mean? He had a newspaper, proof. And they're like, counsel, calm down. It's a crime of poverty. I was upset. Defending the falsely accused, from the power of the state. But now you get the responsibility, like, wow, we cannot just go over there, arrest them, pull them out. You know what I mean? And you're like, whoa, what happened? What about the righteousness and the indignation against the mistreatment of the most vulnerable and less privileged in our society? So there's a balance there, right? So on our end, in fact, I had a meeting today with housing. And in housing, it's, we've tried to provide structures and facilities and contracts with private nonprofits to provide a multi-pronged, comprehensive approach to homelessness. Because it's not just not having a roof over your head. There's mental health, there's substance abuse, and when it's both, there's dual diagnosis. So there's job training, education, employment opportunities, wraparound services, case management, and not easy issues, police enforcement. But then we've got to be able to get all stakeholders to the table and work together. I was just talking with Jay out there, and we were talking. I said, hey, Jay, we're talking with Greg and going, hey, what are some of the easy things we could do downtown? And Greg just simply says, if we had more lights in Kalakaua Park, it would be so much easier to patrol and police. And I'm thinking, wow, can we find somebody to make that happen? And then I look at Jay, hey, bro, it's us, Somebody should go tell the mayor that so they can fix that. Like, oh, hey, wait, I am the mayor. It's amazing.
And that wasn't the only thing Kenoi wanted to brighten up.
We're outside reminiscing about Smoky Time. Because a lot of what we do, if we remember the lessons of Smoky Time, I think we'll make better decisions than the high-priced education we ultimately received at some point. But I told Jay, I said, hey, Jay, remember downtown when we had Christmas lights? Remember Smoky Time he brought up? I said, hey, Jay. He said, hey, Christmas lights. I said, yeah, Jay. That's why the county building, we try to do the Christmas lights and magic of the season and invite like Ben Kaili to play music. Because when we were small, if we never have money, we never know we was poor. Because everything was lit up and was fun and was beautiful, and we felt blessed and fortunate to live in this community. But I remember walking on Christmas parade years back and never have Christmas lights. I'm like, how come I walking on Christmas parade and no more Christmas lights? I said, hey, Jay, we should sit with the DIA. This is all while we're out there. We should sit with the DIA, bring Helco in as a partner, see what kind of resources we can secure together at the county, and light up our town, light up our community, so that people feel good. And of course, being politicians, I said, oh, wait, but we got to make sure we do that in Kona, Waimea, Pahoa.
The mayor ended his speech with a reflection on living in Hawaii.
And I had somebody talking to me about, County of Hawaii, your demographics and your socioeconomic challenges. And of course, I was like, what you said? No. I never do that, for real. Because it's all about love, aloha, being humble, respectful, except with your team. Come on, guys, let's get it done. Tell me what you need. Tell me what's in the way. Who do we have to call? What do we have to do? Are we going to do it? We're going to do it. When are we going to do it by? And who's responsible for it along the way? What's our milestones? What's our measurable outcomes? What's our objectives? When? Because the last thing you want to do as a politician is invest in a wonderful project that the other mayor then unties the mailele to. Like make sure you finish them. No, I'm just kidding. But at the end of the day, there's so much excitement around our community. And so while they were going through pity poor Hawaii Island, and as a mayor, I'm the chairman of the Hawaii Council of Mayors. I'm also on a national board of the United States Conference of Mayors. I feel like that bumper sticker, New York, London, Paris, Kalapana. What's up, man? You know what I mean? But so while they were saying, and we can't, per capita, right? We might have the lowest income per capita. We might have, challenging socioeconomic statistics. But what I then told them, I said, I agree with that. And I compete with the other mayors. We want to increase our economy. I want to increase our tourism. It's the largest employer on the island of Hawaii. We want to increase our construction so we put more people back to work. And more of our small businesses vending. So Jeffrey Murmur, more people buy his fireplace like myself up in Glenwood and Volcano. But so we want that. But, we also want to preserve what we have. Because this is all we have. And so I reminded him, I said, you're right. You're right. Every one of those statistics that you just cited are accurate and correct. I'm not here to dispute that. But you know what is amazing? In spite of that, everybody moved here. And I am proud every day to call this island home. Where would you move to that would have a higher quality of life than downtown Hilo? Where would you move? I know some of you have traveled everywhere. And my wife on flight attendant, I can jump on a plane and go anywhere for free. But I've never been anywhere. I've never saw the Travel Channel. I've never opened a brochure or magazine and said, wow, I'd rather live there than here. So in spite of the challenges or the socioeconomic statistics of our community, this is still the best place to call home. And for us as political leaders, Jay, our job is to take that kuleana, that responsibility, that gift handed to us by men like Fred Kernan, Bobby Fujimoto, and Richard Henderson, and take care of that gift and make sure when we pass it to our children and our children's children, Hilo is still a special place to visit, to live, to work, and to play. Mahalo, everybody. Thank you very much, and aloha.